Good evening and welcome to the special episode of When the Gavel Strikes. I am going to be talking about family matters on how to talk to your lawyer about sensitive subjects. I am Cherie Morris and I am a licensed practicing attorney. I am licensed in Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia. And I've been practicing for 4 years. I have my own firm that has been open since August of 2016. And let's jump right on in. So, this topic I want to talk about tonight is because I have experience in my practice areas that most clients don't know how or are unwilling to talk to their lawyer about certain things. For example, if you are dealing with a child custody matter and your child has been subject to abuse, primarily sexual abuse, that is not something that you should feel strange about talking to your lawyer, because it is something that your lawyer needs to know. Additionally, if you're going through a divorce and you cheated on your spouse or your spouse was cheating on you, and of course you're going to feel some type of way because you're either the cheating spouse or you feel like you should have been cheated on or anything like that, and it's very sensitive to you. But you have to express those emotions, you have to express those details to your lawyer. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to basically tell your lawyer all the bad, gory, nitty-gritty details, because it's going to help your lawyer in representing you. I always get questions about, or comments about, I didn't think that was necessary, or I didn't think that I needed to say all of that, or this is what he's been doing, but you don't say what you've been doing. So you can't be one-sided. You have to be all in. I like to say, think of your lawyer as your best friend or your journal, something or someone that you would confide your deepest, darkest secrets in, how you feel about your situation. That's who your lawyer has to be. It doesn't matter that your lawyer is another person. We're all human beings. But as your lawyer, as your advocate, as your representative, I need to know, or your lawyer would need to know, every single detail to the tiniest iota of things, so that, because you don't know that it makes a difference, but your lawyer knows that it makes a difference. So I just want to take a minute to encourage all of you who have to go through a situation where you need an attorney to don't be afraid, or don't be shy, don't be scared, don't be embarrassed, first of all, to tell your lawyer what's going on. And I think that that's one of the primary reasons that most people don't share, is because you don't feel comfortable sharing it with a stranger. You might not even feel comfortable with sharing it with one of your family members. But as your lawyer, we are here to be objective. We're here to look at the case from a different perspective from what you're looking at it. And that's one of the reasons why you need someone on the outside, because you might be thinking about it in a certain way, and you might be guided by your emotions or your feelings, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent to the other person. And that's not always the best thing to have when you are making decisions, especially when it comes to children, especially when it comes to being fair and dividing property and assets. So you don't want to let your greed or your anger or your sadness kind of take over. And you also don't want to be the person that just says, I don't care, he or she can take whatever, I just want to be done. That's all fine, and that might help you get closer to a settlement. It might get you where you need to be quicker, but in the long run, you're going to be thinking back, oh my God, why didn't I say something? Why did I let this happen? Why am I still paying this much money in alimony? Why am I paying this much for child support when you didn't have to begin with? So it's just something that you want to think about. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Just spill your guts, basically. We need to know everything, all the bad stuff. And I also want to encourage some of my clients who might be listening, if you have any question at all, to please give me a call. It does not matter if it's a small question or something you might think is small. It doesn't matter if it's a quick question. just call. You don't have to be there wondering what's going on. You don't have to wonder if this is going to happen, if that's going to happen. Just ask. I won't be offended if you ask. I'm not going to be annoyed if you ask. I'm not going to think that you're stupid or immature or whatever if you ask. But you can never know what you don't know if you don't ask. So don't be afraid to ask any question at all to your lawyer. I'm pretty sure I'll tell you, and any of my colleagues will tell you, it's nothing new under the sun. Nothing really will surprise us, and it's nothing that's going to really shock us. So don't be afraid to say, this is my situation, this is what's going on, because 9 times out of 10 we've heard it before, we've seen it before, or we have colleagues who've experienced that same situation before. So always ask, always talk to your lawyer. It's okay. The situation that you're going through is unfortunate. It's not something that anyone wants to be in, but if you have to go to a lawyer, we already know you coming with a bowl of problems. So we already know you coming with a bowl of issues. So it's our job to kind of go through each one of your issues and your problems and figure out a solution and help you through that solution. Even if you might think the solution is not good enough, you might not think the solution is what you're looking for. But that's why you need an objective party to say, right now it doesn't seem like the best thing, but 2 years from now, when your emotions are less or you have gotten over your emotions, you might say, that was the best thing for me. And I'm glad that I went through it. So just wanted to take a moment to encourage all of you, don't be afraid to talk to your lawyer. That's what you have them there. And this goes, and I'm specifically speaking about sensitive family matters, but if you're dealing with the criminal law attorney, if you're dealing in a bankruptcy, if you're dealing with credit, anything like that where you have to give up personal details about your life, your finances, your behavior, or any actions you may or may not have committed, you have to tell your lawyer those things. So your lawyer is not going to judge you, at least not to your face. So, and then at the end of the day, you're paying the lawyer to do their job. So give the lawyer all that he or she needs to represent you to the fullest. So just want to take a minute, encourage you all. Talk. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. And if you have any questions or you want to talk to me, you can always reach me on Facebook, Cherie Moore's Law. Also on Twitter at Cherie Moore's Law and Instagram at Cherie Moore's Law. If you're in Mississippi, you can reach me at 601-460-1779. If you're in Georgia or Alabama, you can reach me at 770-966-3244. Thank you for watching, and hit me up if you have any questions.